What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Flat Black Podcast. This is episode 3, and we are here with Vivian, of course, our co host,
Hey guys.
and today's special guest, Mr. Ekoh One.
What up, what up? Echo. That's okay right here.
So, we are excited to have Ekoh on here. Ekoh's been doing the damn thing, and wanted to bring him on and kind of tell us a little bit of what his daily graffiti world consists of. Yeah, man, why don't you tell us a little bit about your life in the graffiti game?
Personally, I feel like I live a regular life, honestly. I do the whole go to work, make the woman happy at home, pay the bills and shit. But, uh, and then there's graffiti, I guess. You go do graffiti and shit, I guess. I don't know much more to tell you about that.
All right, so what got you started? Because I think I've seen you just a little bit after you started in graffiti. This was, I want to say it wasn't even that long ago, which is actually really impressive. So how did that even come about?
Alright, so I always thought graffiti was double shit. At a young age, fucking like 13. I've had the name Echo since I was like 13. I've always called myself that. I've always went like that. Um, Years went by, 11, it's been like years. And so when you met me, so basically, I did graffiti middle school, whatever the fuck, got caught, got in trouble with, and then was like, damn, my parents are paying all my fuck ups for it. Like I'm over here, they're over there like struggling with money, they're over here paying my court bills, they're over here paying $500, and I would come to service. And then I grew up when I met you a couple years later, and then I just got my own life together, and then I just started fucking doing the do, just started painting, started doing graffiti for reals. Started really learning my colors, how to really use a can, not just catching tags, not just fucking like hanging out under a bridge and through throws and shit, just really going out there and really learning how to do the do. Not be a lame ass fool, honestly, doing that lame shit fools be doing.
So, what made you want to do that? Like, what like really brought that on?
What made me do it? And me personally, like, who the fuck wants to be a lame? Nobody wants to be a lame ass.
Nobody wants to be a lame.
Like the fuck. Personally, I didn't want to be a lame. Like, I'm not a lame in general. Like, so when I started doing graffiti, like, I should start pushing myself to be not lame. Like, that's all. I can't really say much more or less. That's just what it was. So I just pushed myself. And in reality, like, I was hanging out. 3, 4, 5 hours under a bridge, just busting off these burners and shit by myself. Like, I didn't need the homie next to me. Like, I was over here busting them out by myself. Whatever. So then, I met. I knew what I was doing. Like, I came across Pete. All this shit. And I came across these fools. And then I saw. I went through the weeds. I seen all kinds of shit. I seen fools like him. I came across him across the fields, and I saw all the weeds, and then I saw like, damn, like, all right, these fools. Like, I didn't even know who the fuck was really in this. Okay, honestly, like, I just met a couple fools who I seen from like what I could see for myself, and I fuck with them. And then after that, like, it was on go. Like, I should want to let these fools know, like I could do it too, and that's what it was, and I just kept pushing.
So for you, okay, so was it just trying to get out of, I guess you said you don't want to be a lame, that toy mentality where you just didn't want to be a toy. You didn't want to be classified as a toy. That's big. I think that's big amongst graffiti writers too, is that they don't want to be called a toy.
It all depends who you ask what's toy.
Okay.
And I just had my own opinion of what's toy. And you could ask whoever the fuck you want to ask, but I had my personal opinion about what the fuck's whack, and I didn't want to be that. And I just kept pushing towards that, and that's what's all it really was. Like, you can't say I'm the most up, I'm the most this and that, but here I am.
Let's tell us a little bit about your mentality before you actually get out and go paint. Like, is it something that you plan? Do you just kind of fucking all of a sudden just feel like painting? Is it?
I mean, all right, when I want to go bust a burn and I want some shit that I'd be like, oh, shit, that shit hard. Like, I mean, in my head, I'd be planning the shit all the time, like all day. I have my own regular life. I'd be doing shit. I'd be fucking with the dogs over here, fucking like, damn, bitch, stop shitting on my fucking carpet. But in my head, like, I'm over here tripping, like, I'm trying to bust something fresh.
Yeah.
Like, like I want to rock different colors. I want to rock something a different technique. I want to make sure my shit is tight for a while, and then I just fucking do it, and I bust it on the wall. I'm not trying to kick it with nobody. I'm not trying to do all this and that. Like, I'm trying to fucking like bust out, and I just take myself where the fuck I need to go, and I bust it, and that's really what it was. Like, because in reality, a lot of time I always felt like I was by myself. You know, like it was me. Like, there ain't nobody gonna do nothing for me. Like, I had to go do it, and this is what I wanted.
So, in the last few years, I've noticed you. I mean, obviously, you started here in the desert in Coachella Valley, and then you started traveling a lot. Was it all motivated by graffiti?
Um, all right. Well, before graffiti, I did go. All right. What? All right. So whatever. I was with some chick, and we're like, let's go to Mexico. Food with the woo. We went to the FA, and then I started seeing the craft out there, and this is what caught me. I was out there, me and her. I was young, so like I was able to do whatever the fuck I wanted. I wasn't like going to my grandma's house or none of that shit. Like, I was out there by myself, like doing whatever the fuck. And we visiting families like, damn, I want to catch that shit right there. And I was telling my girl at the time, like telling her brother, some fool that got deported, gangster ass fool. So I was able to like open up to him, telling like I'm trying to rock like that shit. And then that hyena told me like all of a sudden, fool, you want to be out here like over here acting like you're trying to down for the graph. And I remember I thought like, first of all, you're fucking hella right. Because you should straight up made me embarrassed in front of your brother.
Oh.
And I was just like, you're right, because I'm in Mexico and I want to act different. And then I went back, and then after that, what I was catching tags, and she was over here bitching at me, saying like, why the fuck you want to act all different out here? And then whatever, I went back home, and then I was like, damn, fuck you. Like this is what I really want to do. Like, I really realized like this shit's hella dope, and like I could do my regular life all day, but fuck yeah, like I want to catch tags and fuck shit up. So then after that, like whatever, that shit went on for a while, and then whatever, she dipped out, and I kept doing the do. I dipped out of Thailand and Japan, and then I was like, hell yeah, catching tags in Japan. Like, fuck yeah, like this is the fucking life.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
everybody's like hella basic, going to work, popping out kids, so whack. And whatever, and then that's when it start pushing out. And I mean, I'm not gonna say anything, but I mean, I'm not more than anybody else, especially people that I met, like that be doing that shit all the time. I do what I can with my personal life,
Yeah.
but well, what I kept, I mean, after that, after Japan, I was like, damn, this shit's hella dope. Like, I could go anywhere I want in the world, and I don't have to know anybody or be with anybody, but I could have something to do all the time. Because if you catch a tag anywhere, like, it's shit's hella fun. Like, you don't have to be with nobody. Like, you catch a tag, put a sticker, whatever the fuck, keep pushing, and then after that, like, I was just like, we'll just keep pushing. After that, like, life went on, people fell off, and that was that, you know, go here or there, and that was just the
You
life.
did Japan, and then you did Thailand. I think you did New York.
New York was a good one.
And then, yeah, and then it sounds hella whack to even brag about it because people do that shit all the fucking time.
Yeah.
But I'm glad of the people that I got to meet throughout those times because they really set the path that I kept going, and I'm grateful. Even though in reality, I'm just a basic ass fool. I do basic ass shit, but regular day-to-day shit. But I just, you know, I push myself. I do extracurriculars involve me doing other shit, which I fucking love. It's what makes my life, honestly, hella interesting, honestly. Not for nobody, but for myself.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I think that's very important, man. I think that's something that you have to have when you, and this applies to anything. Like, you don't necessarily have to want anybody else's approval. You got to do it for yourself first, right? And
Yeah. Man, I'm telling you, I remember one time I told my mom, like, fuck, like, all you guys do is go to work and come home and, like, we don't even go to Disneyland, man. That's just wild. Like, we don't do shit. Like, you guys, all you do is work. And then
Yeah.
that's just, it's just, I mean, that's just my mentality since I was young. My mom was just like, routine. Like, you go to work, come home, handle your business. And I was like, oh,
yeah,
that's
especially
so,
the older generation is
Yeah, and
kind
I
of
was-
like programmed to be like that, you know?
Yeah.
I
Make
wasn't with
money,
that
pay the
shit.
bills. Yeah, I feel
That's
that
my
shit.
family for sure.
Yeah,
It's yeah. It's
My
a
mom was
definite
like,
thing.
nah, like, your way you think is wrong. Like, that's not right. But I was like, I don't know, man.
So do you think? Okay, so do you think the way that you grew up essentially was the reason why you wanted to travel, but not just do your everyday lame thing like you call it? So you travel and you do graffiti, but do you think the way you grew up has influenced that?
I feel like the way I grew up was, it gave me a right example to be a good citizen and person. Like, how to handle your business and be a man from my father, from my whatever, my parents. But I mean, I don't know what I mean. I mean, when you're a nut, you're a nut. You know, like I was always like, you know, like
That's
my
right,
mom
bro.
would wake up and she would like want to park my car in the garage, and I had like fucking ounces of shrooms and shit. Like I'm just like, fuck, I don't know what to tell you. Like that's just what it is. They give me a good example of how to be a good citizen. But like, I mean, you are who you are, you know. So I was able to work. I had a good family, but I mean, you are who you are. You know what I mean? So like, I was able to live both sides and shit. So I feel like that's the only reason. Like, I am who I am.
Let me ask you this. How do you feel about where graffiti is now? I mean, considering that you haven't necessarily been writing for that long, right? I mean, it's been, not even 10 years, I don't think, right?
For sure, no.
But I mean, from your experiences, from where you've been, the people you've met, the shit that you've seen around, where do you think graffiti is right now, and what do you think could be better about it?
Um, that's just a hard subject to me to comment on because obviously I haven't been doing it that long. But yeah, you go around, you go around. They stop, niggas plateau.
Yeah.
They get to a certain point and then like they think like that's just what it is, which is, and personally, and because from what I at an early stage was told, like you gotta accumulate style, like you gotta accumulate this and that. Like even me, I'm not in my full effect. Like I'm gonna keep pushing, I'm gonna keep learning. This ain't me. Like this is come interview me in 10 more years and you'll see where I'm at.
Yeah.
But people were like, from when I started, that we're already doing it, been doing the same damn thing, which is hella. I mean, for what? Like, don't you get bored doing pushing the same letters? Like for.
So what do you feel like would be the right way to go?
I can't say what the right way to go because I can't even.
Yeah,
Maybe
I
the
feel
way
you.
I'm going in ain't the right way itself.
Yeah.
But the way I went was like the way personally I am, and I can't say it's my way to go, because from when I came through, the homies when I, you know what I mean, like I put on SK and they were just like style. But then I met other dudes and they're just like busting out these big old ass throw ups, back to back, and you know what? If you do a fucking big ass throw up, that shit is tiring.
Yeah.
That's just tiring. You're doing a big ass throw up, like.
Yeah.
So like you can condition to whoever you want, but like it's hella dope when you could do everything.
Yeah, I love that shit, man.
So like I said, I can't even say where I wanted to go, where it should go, or anything. I'm just saying.
What do you prefer though? Like, where are you at right now? Because I know you've done a lot of different. You've had like stages where it's like piecing and then bombing, but like, what do you think is the stage that you're at? What do you prefer to be doing right now? Or is it just whatever the fuck you feel like that
I
day?
feel
and
like
shit?
it goes. I mean, I've for years. I used to just stand in front of a wall and paint it for like 3, 4, 5 hours. And I remember I used to like take the piss on the wall, throw cans at the wall, fucking piss at the wall. I even used to leave and come back to go finish the wall. I'm pissed, and it's just. But it's been the best walls I've ever painted.
Yeah.
And then but I've seen some of my throw-ups and my tags, and I'm just like, damn, like I spent so much time trying to learn these pieces, but my throw-ups ain't really all that, honestly. Like
Yeah.
my tags really aren't all that. Like I started backwards. And, all right, at time right now, like I wanna go back to the basic, honestly.
Yeah.
And it's just because
So like tags and throw ups and shit.
yeah, like I mean I want to, like I'll still bust out that cool shit that I already learned because I was influenced
Yeah.
for like nose.
Yeah.
CBS. I first came out, like I
Big
knows,
nose.
like I was like, damn.
Shout
like,
out to Nose.
I started seeing who was doing with the camera. I was like, damn, fool, you make it look like I'm on a computer screen right now.
Yeah.
So obviously I fell in love, and then I learned it.
Yeah.
But then
You learn that shit fast too, bro. I give you
Yeah,
that for
yeah.
sure.
Because how can you not, like
Yeah,
you are
yeah,
who you
yeah.
surround yourself
Yeah,
with.
absolutely.
Yeah.
That was very influential. I give him that for
And
sure.
he took the time. I mean, he didn't teach me shit. He was like, "Here, buddy,
Yeah.
take this can, let me
hear him
hold
say
your
that
bag." But like, what I watched and learned, like how a fool.
Yeah. Well, and that's dope painting next to fools like that because it makes you, and even myself, dog. Like I feel like when I paint next to that fool, you gotta come correct. You know. what I
Yeah,
mean? So,
yeah, exactly.
It puts
Like,
you in a
the painting
position
fools
of.
like that,
Yeah,
and then-
absolutely.
Fuck yeah. But right now, my place, like, I want to go back to basics because I know that I'm not that great in that aspect. And I'm not that great on any aspect. And I just want to keep progressing in everything.
Well, that's a good mentality.
It's like routines. Like, I want to rock a roller, a piece, a fucking throwies, and then do a billboard and what the fuck, and then just keep going and going in the cycle until you fucking.
So you keep yourself humble.
Yeah. It's a good way to think to keep yourself humble for sure. Because in reality, like nobody's, and even if you are great at everything, like
Well, it's good to be versatile either way, though. You know, like you gotta have a little bit of everything. I think a lot of the shit nowadays, especially, is very repetitive. And yeah, from what I've seen, you know, a lot of dudes just kind of stick to like one thing or the other. You know what I mean? And it's good to have different types of ammo in your in your bag. So you know what I'm saying? When you need to take it out, there's something for every kind of fucking wall or
and
like
it's
you
not
said, a
even-
train.
Yeah,
or-
it's not an
you
ammo.
know.
It's just for myself. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
Nah, I
I
feel
feel
you.
like it's like when you go to school and you're doing the same fucking homework all the time. You're hella bored, and next thing you know, you're daydreaming.
Yeah.
It
It depends on the situation too, dog. You know, like
Yeah.
like if you're out with the a group of homies that just stick to throw-ups, you want to be able to knock
Yeah,
that out.
yeah,
You're with the
yeah.
homies that do trains, you're gonna want to fucking
It's
post
also
those
nice to be
letters
able to
up.
throw out wherever it's coming at you.
Absolutely.
So you want to do that, the boom boom.
You got a little bit of something for everything, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
And that's honestly has been my goal since the very beginning. Like I don't want to just focus on this and
Yeah.
that. Like I want to be able to do it. Everything.
that's
Maybe
what's up.
I'm not like the dopest, but I can still do it.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Like, I
You
still-
can hang with the big boys and shit,
everything's on
or whatever.
yeah, or whatever.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, I
that's-
feel that.
Even and not even hanging with the big boys, just hanging with myself.
Yeah,
Just
no,
hanging
I
with
feel that.
myself,
I feel that, and it's very important though, either way, because
And it's what's made it fun for me.
yeah,
honestly.
that's what I was gonna get at. It just makes it more fun because you're not left out. You know, you
Yeah.
and you're pushing yourself in every aspect too.
At
you
the
know
end
what I'm
of the day,
saying?
it's like what makes it fun for myself.
That's
because
right.
That's honestly that's the only thing I did because it makes my. Well, I mean, it's like we're out here in the desert. Like, there's not that many anything. Like, graffiti isn't even that cool. Like, but this shit makes it fun for me. Like, I live a regular life. I love doing graffiti. Shit's hella dope.
Yeah.
And I be doing it by myself most of the time, and I love it. Like, this shit, like.
It
Fucking
shows.
sick. I
It
love
shows.
it. This is like the depth shit. It's better than the fucking drugs. It's better than sex. It's better. It's like falling in love. When you fall in love with the girl at first, and you're just like, oh, your heart gets all done, and you're like, damn, I fucking love graffiti. This shit's fucking sick.
Fucking A, dog.
This shit's fucking tight.
I can dig that.
This shit's dope, dude. I've never
right.
felt anything like it. Anyways,
Yeah, no, that's
yeah,
what's up. No, I'm letting you tell that.
I start
I
tearing
like
up and
it.
shit.
I
yeah.
like it. No, it definitely shows in what you do. Just even on on like a smaller scale. I mean, I tell Pete all the time, and I always shoot him pictures. I'll be at a grocery store, and I'll look at at the pin pad when I go to pay, and I don't know how you did it, but it's Ekoh is fucking etched into the pin pad. Or the gas station, or I went to Sonic's once, and I'm getting out of my car, and I look down, and I recognize your letters, and it says SFK on the bottom, and I'm like, this fucking guy. And it's not just even that, it's just everything that you do, it shows like your enthusiasm, the way that you live it. It shows in what you do. Just not just because you're up everywhere. It shows. Just because of the style of your,
That's part of the game, though. Like wherever you go, you put your name up, and
But
I
I
think
feel
that
like
shit
a-
catches up.
but I feel like a lot of time it doesn't.
It's not
Somebody
like
always sees it.
I'm not out in the streets mobbing day and night like you know what I mean, like the homies, like they ain't
Yeah.
out there, out there. I am not for sure. I'm not out there. It's just all night, but it's just throughout the year that you catch a scratch.
Yeah, that shit adds up.
And then you got the burns and the pieces, and you got the fucking
Yeah.
you walkouts on the fucking freeway, like whatever. Like I mean, that's
Maybe
the
I'm
reason
just
I-
lucky because I'll catch.
Nah, you know
Yeah,
what? It's
yeah.
because those little spots, believe it or not, and I've learned this definitely throughout the years, but it's those little spots that count.
Yeah.
Because those little spots will always fucking be there. And I had a habit of always carrying a scribe or carrying a
Yep.
streak, and it's the little spots. I still to this day get more people telling me about little fucking shit I don't even remember
Right.
doing than a burner or a fucking throw up on the freeway or tags or
Yeah.
anything like that. And I think when you're just you don't even think about that shit. Like
Yeah.
you just do it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? This fool just happens to be out in
Right.
Japan fucking doing that shit. And this fool just happens to be taking trips to LA, where a lot of, especially with, like the crew out here, the SFKs, a lot of the homies are older and we're kind of
Yeah.
just doing our own thing. We have this homie where he's younger and he's fucking getting out there, he's putting in fucking work. And we all relate to that shit because we've all done all that shit. But this fool is dope to see him kind of carry on that torch and fucking getting spots and
Yeah, and
You know?
that note, from what I've seen, I am nowhere close from what these fools have done. I've seen Nose Boys and all this shit fucking rocking out these burners in the fucking center of the freeway and shit.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of these fools I ain't even ever done.
Yeah.
So that humbles me because in reality,
Yeah.
like, sometimes I be telling you like, man, like that's cool and shit, like that fucking long ass burn you did and shit, but I should rock that board with it. But in reality, like that fool, like in my age, he was doing some crazy shit
Yeah.
that I don't even think I would even get away with right now. Like that's the case. From what I acknowledge, I didn't even know shit when I came through, kicking with out here is a fucking way, you know what I mean? Out here, I didn't know shit. And then I started learning. I was like, damn, this is who I really started fucking with right now. Like this is, I didn't know Boise. I didn't know, E-Merc. I didn't know fucking, I didn't know anything. Before I just came here and with the fucking, I just wanted to paint, and then you fools schooled me up on reality, honestly.
I think that made it easier too, fool, because a lot of people come around and they get kind of big headed from the beginning, and it's hard to really kind of not, I guess, teach someone like that. You know what I'm saying? Someone that already thinks they fucking know everything and shit. And I think one thing that's lacking nowadays is a lot of these fools that I've seen, they don't have like big homies anymore. You know what I'm saying? There is no more big homies, dog. A lot of these crews, they don't. A lot of them are all fucking twacked out on drugs and shit, and man, nobody's fucking telling them what's up. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah. I came in with
from
those
my
drugs.
experience, I think you for sure came into a situation where a lot of the homies had history to kick, and kick knowledge and shit. You know what I'm saying? You
I
took
mean,
it.
not at first either. Like it wasn't like, oh, what's up?
Nah,
Or,
nah,
this,
a
who
lot
the
of
fuck
them
is
are
this?
very weary,
Who the
I
fuck
think.
is Ekoh?
Yeah, nah,
like,
you don't have that shit.
I
Well,
was
then,
like,
yeah,
what
of
is
course, you're
Ekoh?
gonna still get that graph
Yeah, I had to
fucking
do my
ego
own
and
thing. I
shit.
had to do all this shit.
No, yeah.
And then eventually they're like, oh, okay, this was being
Yeah,
for real.
you
shit,
caught
though.
some bridges and shit.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
they were like, oh, we have to let this one. You're already
Nah,
fucking doing
never
it.
have to, but
No,
I think
you
you
were
proved
though,
yourself.
but everybody else, the others was like, all right, well, fuck, I guess he's just gonna just throw himself out there, so let's just do it. And which was dope. Fuck yeah, like who wants to be around people that want to suck your dick all the time? Like you want people that will tell you what's up, like for real, like your shit's whack. Like I mean, I didn't want nobody to come through like, oh, what's up, fool? Magic fool telling my shit was dope, one was whack. I would have never got better.
Yeah, that's real shit.
That's
And a lot of these fools are quick nowadays, and this is my personal opinion. Just because you caught a couple spots, it's like another member that you could bring in numbers or some shit, and that's fucking retarded. I mean, no offense to anybody else, but that's just how I personally see it. I don't think numbers fucking really matter if you got a fucking group of 4 fools or 3 dudes that are smashing, they could take out a whole fucking crew of 50 motherfuckers if all it is 50 motherfuckers talking shit online. You know what I'm saying? And not really doing shit. And that's just my personal opinion.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to say shit. You don't have to say shit.
I think the streets
If
talk
you're-
for themselves.
You don't have to say shit. Nobody has to say anything. Everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to say goddamn word.
That's real
You
shit.
just fucking. You don't have. You don't have to say shit all day.
I feel that.
I mean, if it is what it is, and it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's just what it is.
That's just what it is.
I don't
No,
want to tell you. Like, you don't have
no,
to
I
say
agree.
goddamn word about
That's,
anything. You just. It's
philosophy right there,
Yeah,
yo.
Yeah.
fucking.
We're getting deep.
Goddamn.
We're getting
Yeah,
deep.
that's
Yeah.
that. You
We're getting
fucking.
deep. But you're
goddamn.
not wrong. I don't think that. I don't think that's wrong. I agree.
And
with
that's not
both.
nothing nobody told me or anything. I fucking know. For instance, when I was a little boy, like it is what it is.
Well, that applies to a lot of things. It's not just graffiti.
Yeah, life, like life. You
General.
go to work and like you want to be able to. It's on life, work.
Yeah.
Your fucking relationship at home. Your fucking
Right.
everything. Like it is what it is, bro. You don't have to say a goddamn word.
That's right. Yeah, if you're confident about what you're doing and who you are.
It don't matter if you're confident. You could be confident as fuck and still suck. Like, you don't fucking matter, bro. Like it is what it is, bro. You fucking.
That's kind of true, though. I
There's
can
that
see where you're
reality,
getting.
though. Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
reality.
And it
That's
helps
true.
out in life, but it doesn't mean that you're gonna be.
Yeah,
you know,
I
better
see
than
what you're getting
fucking
at.
what it is. I mean,
Yeah, you proved the point right there.
Yeah.
I could dig that.
I mean that's what it is. That.
We can go.
What's the next question?
Yeah, dope.
Anything you want to throw in there, Vivi?
I mean, you've done a little bit of traveling. Where do you see yourself going next?
Yeah.
So this is funny. So I was just like, damn, like people my age be over here trying to buy a house and wooty woo.
We were just talking about that.
And all this shit. I'm just like, damn, like I really want to go to Vietnam, you know, and I really want to do that. Like that's like really a goal. Like my girl be talking about like, oh, like we should get a house, and I'm just like, fuck, like I'm trying to like go to Vietnam. Like I'm not even thinking about buying a house right now. Like it really isn't even a thing. So I want to go to Vietnam, and then I want to go to Paris. And really, in reality, that's just what I want.
Yeah.
And it's gonna happen. It's gonna fucking happen.
I'm sure it will.
I have no doubt.
Yeah, it's gonna
I
fucking
have
happen.
no doubt.
But then there's just like whole other places you go. Like there's like you go to SF. Like there's a lot of places I want to go. But in reality, the way I live my life, like
You want to shoot for high.
yeah, shoot for high because in reality, you have to go big, knock out your big ass goal, and go back to what the fuck life really be. Like I can't be out there in the streets every fucking like other week and shit, which sucks. But it's just the life that I live. But anyways, yeah, Vietnam and Paris is where I'm trying to go for real. And then after that, maybe we'll buy a house and pop out a kid, maybe, and then fucking teach that kid how to do graffiti too. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, but that's
That's
Ekoh
what's up.
travels the world. I like it. I like
Yeah,
it. I
it
can
was
see you
cool.
doing big things.
yeah, it's really nice to see what else is out there because it's like people get stuck in the desert and it's just
Yeah.
like this ain't it. Like
Yo,
It's like
tell
that
us,
desert mentality
tell
too,
us
though.
a
yeah,
crazy.
it's easy to get stuck.
Yeah.
Tell me about a crazy graph story, a crazy like night, like something that pops out in your head, like something that you could say, "Oh shit, that was fucking crazy," while you were like out painting and shit.
Like in reality, nothing really pops extra in my head. It's just like I can't tell you anything sticks out to my head.
I mean, I got one.
It's all like
Oh shit!
I mean, I got one. If we really wanna share a story,
I got a couple.
it's just the deep
Yeah, it's just
we
like
always talk about
just
this
so that we
story.
have a story.
Well, these people don't know.
But these
Yeah,
people
talk
talk
about
about
it
it.
amongst
that's a
each
deep
other.
part. It's
funny.
because we talked about it.
Because we just talked about
Yeah.
it. So it had to have been a couple years ago.
Yeah.
It was somebody's birthday. I can't remember who. And all of a sudden, Pete,
We were all at the SFK compound.
we were at the
Deep as
SFK
fuck.
compound. That's right. We were. And all of a sudden, Pete gets an SOS.
Nah, first of all,
I have smoked DMT before.
Yeah, this
I had to
motherfucker-
Okay,
deal
see,
with
I
it.
wasn't there for that part.
he was on the sick one.
So that was
I
what
wasn't
this it goes off to why I tripped out at that moment. Is because
So this fool fucking. Let me tell it real quick, and then
right.
I'll let you continue just from the beginning.
Okay.
This motherfucker jams after we told him not to fucking jam because he was all fucking DMT'd the fuck out. And he's like, yo, I'm gonna hit this billboard. I'm like, all right, well, you're fucking tripping, but all right, fucking
I put too.
whatever.
Like, it was like, no, I was like, nah.
Yeah, like literally right after you fucking smoked DMT. So I was like, damn, you're still kind of out of it, chill, but whatever. For you want to do it, go ahead. This is your life. And he jammed, and then that's when I got the phone call.
Yeah.
And then what happened?
That's when we got the phone call, and I'm having a conversation, and it's just like, hey, I need you to drive. We got to go. And I'm like, where are we going? I was like, all right, I'm the only sober one here. So we're going, we're driving, and we're in the desert, and it's dark, and I'm like, I don't see him. We're not going to see him. And, you know, I hope the cops didn't get him, but we're not going to find him. And, you know, we ended up turning somewhere, and we just kind of like stopped to figure out where it is that we're going to look for this kid because we're not finding him. And at this point, I'm starting to panic because we cannot, I mean, he can't go to jail. So like my mom mode kicks in, right? And out of nowhere, it seriously did. And out of nowhere, like the back door to my car, it just opens, and I'm like, what the fuck? And he just comes climbing in. He's all sweaty. He's been running through the desert, and he's got paint all over his face, but he's got the biggest smile that I have ever seen.
Basically, what happened was this motherfucker was on the billboard.
Yeah,
and the cops fucking pulled somebody over right underneath. So instead of chilling,
and didn't see him.
He thinks they're fucking watching him though. Instead of fucking chilling,
first thing I do is
fucking
just like,
jump off.
I can't believe I jumped off from that high
Sick
too.
ass fool.
And I kept running too, and I just kept going and going.
And they were probably looking at you like, what the fuck?
They didn't see me at all. Like,
Shit.
if anything, like it was all in my head. They were out there doing my own
I don't
fucking
even think there
business.
was cops there. I think you were.
Nah, they were there. I was tripping. I was like, was I fucking tripping? It was all in my head, but nah, fuck that. Like, they were there. They were just like doing their thing, pulling over some fool up the street. But either way, I still fucking came back, climbed up that bitch, and finished.
That's right.
You did. You chilled out because I took you back, and we were chilling at the compound, and we were talking, and you still had this big smile. You literally looked like a kid, like a 5-year-old kid that had just gotten the biggest ice cream of his life.
And that spot
Because you know
lasted,
what?
too.
Like,
Yeah.
look.
And he went back, and he finished it. After all of that, he went back and fucking finished it.
There's nothing that brings me happiness like fucking painting, like being like after hitting that spot, like damn, fool, that shit was tight.
Yeah.
That shit was fucking.
Do you prefer? What do you think is more exciting for you? Like doing it, getting there and doing it, or fucking watching it the next day?
Getting there and doing it is the tightest shit, and you walk around, and then I like to look around and be like, I'm really doing.
It's like the world is revolving around you, and nobody even knows that you're fucking right
it's just so fucking tight. And that shit is. I can't even explain the feeling. Like, there's been times that billboard was fucking whack. That shit was just like whatever. It wasn't. I didn't even look at that shit whack, but it's just being out there. That shit. It's just the whole thing was just hella tight. I mean, amongst other times, other spots, other things, like it's just hella tight.
So you prefer the act of doing it as opposed to going the next day and taking that flick and shit?
Piecing up is dope because I could flex and I could be like, wooty woo, like look what I could do. But the act of like doing that dope shit, like hitting up that spot, like that isn't really that easy, or that it's kind of like damn. Which I can't lie, like I'm not out there doing the craziest shit or anything like that. But it's just hella tight feeling though. And then I back my shit up with those burners that I do because you know the homie, you got nose over here telling me like, oh shit's started, like, so you know. I mean, it all came out from
adding that pressure.
It's just the people that came around and they're sure like this is what should be, but in reality, damn, it's hella dope just to bomb and shit. But I was able to learn both, I guess. Yeah, I know.
To death.
We get serious around here, guys. We take shit real serious.
Yeah, it's serious. You just put it on the ground.
Good luck, Graffiti.
Smash it on your head.
You don't bully me, I love it.
That's so full. Yeah, man. So, you know, one of the main reasons why I wanted to bring you on here was just to kind of I wanted to bring somebody on that's active, that's out here getting it. And I couldn't think of anybody better for definitely considering where we're at. Um, and representing for my shop, especially representing the Coachella Valley. There's definitely other people that I would consider bringing on, but I think you definitely earned it.
I know I'm here because you flatbacks fucked with me since the very beginning.
Well, you're part of the street
If I
team
want
too.
to say that I feel like there's a fool that's been killing it, hella humble, and honestly doing more than me. And I've already told you, Savor.
Who?
Savor. He ain't from a crew or anything, but like that fool's been
Savor?
killing it. Savor.
Savors.
Yeah.
SAVOR.
Yeah.
What's up, fool?
Oh, what up,
Savor.
Savers?
Yeah, like, I have to give it to. I've always told that fool. I've been
No, that's
like,
what's up,
damn,
dog.
fool,
I
like
dig
you,
that.
like you're hearing shit like I haven't even hit. Like I didn't even thought about like. So props for that fool, cause
Hey.
he ain't cocky. I kicked with him. He ain't cocky. He ain't even like thinking
Nah,
about
that fool
what
comes
people
around
are
and he
shit.
shows love too.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That's what's
So
up, dog. I
shout out
dig
that fool,
shit.
cause that fool be
We're gonna have to
really
jump
killing
that fool
shit.
in.
He be really catching tags and all this shit. Like
Watch
shout
you,
out that
homie.
fool. And
Got my eye on you, homie.
I knew it. That's how it goes down. I fucking
Shout
knew
out to the
it.
homies. Shout out to the homies, Boise, Nose, Merc, all that shit. I mean, in reality, those are the only people that fucking like molded me to do that thing. Shout out to the homies out there and fucking like that I met throughout the way. Fucking shout out to Fadman and shit. Shout out to the fucking lighter out there. That's what's up, fool. Because these are all people that show me certain things, and I'm an open book, and I'm always down to learn, especially when I know I real people that do real things. Like you don't have to be anything, fool, but you recognize who the fuck is really, who's real and shit like that. And you come around fucking fools that ain't with the business and they're fucking whack, faking shit.
Yeah.
And you have to go to the weeds. And shout out, fool, because I respect that. And all day, even Korea, dog, I'll be hitting up on a fucking like 2 in the morning, all faded, and fool be saying thank you, fool, because you know what, fool, you showed me. Yeah, like when they're patching those fucking extreme shit out, Costco and Psycho, I was like, damn, these motherfuckers, like that's the only reason I don't even fuck with SFK, fool, because that's
Yeah,
all
Korea. For those that don't know, he's a SFK. He's from SFK. He's put it down. He did his thing for sure. He still continues to do his
I
thing.
came
But
around and then Korea was doing the thing, and I was like, damn.
yeah,
I think
yeah.
everybody was for a minute.
Yeah,
Shout out to
and
Korea.
what it does, it creates pressure on the homies coming up to step it up, and I've always been big on that
The
shit.
first time I had Korea, I was all nervous and shit. I was over here like, should I go for a handshake? Should I give him a hug? I don't know what the fuck to do.
But now you know the guy.
Yeah, now I know him.
Now you know the guy,
But for real, like, I mean, these are all people that molded me. Like, I'm always been open to like learning. Like, the fuck. That's the only reason I made it this far and shit.
So what would you say to somebody, I guess you would call a little Ekoh now?
I would tell him just fucking find another hobby. Honestly,
Yeah,
go do something else.
more spots for us.
Go do something else because then you ain't gonna get shit out of it. Unless you got like some sort of ADD or some fucking screw loose in your head, you might as well just go fucking do something else more productive.
Yeah.
Because they ain't
Or
gonna
unless you
think
start
for
a
you.
business.
There's no reward. Yeah, you can start a business, but like that's
Nah,
one
but
in
that
a
doesn't
million.
happen all the time.
Like I ain't gonna start no business.
Yeah,
like I
it's
have to
just-
live my regular ass life and still do what the fuck I do.
Yeah, that's right.
Because I mean, I obviously like, fuck no, fool, go do something else.
Yeah.
Go do something else because there ain't nothing more for you here. Like unless like you fucking are addicted to like some dumb shit and shit. Like
Yeah.
go do something else.
There it is.
Yeah.
There you have it.
All right. Well, fuck, man. Yeah, that was fucking dope. I appreciate you coming out here, fool.
Thank you.
And yeah, it was good talking to you, Doug. We're gonna wrap it up. Thank you everybody for watching, and we're out of here. Peace the fuck out.
Bye, guys.